42% of Americans approve of President Joe Biden, according to the latest Gallup poll. This is down from 57% this time last year. Joining us live now is our political analyst and professor at Curtin University, Prof Siracusa. What's the drop down to, Joe?
Good morning, Pete. Well, look, the president is losing numbers everywhere. Only 4 in 10 Americans approve of what he's doing. So the opposite of that is 6 in 10 don't approve of what he's doing. But more than that, 71% of Americans think America's going in the wrong direction. President's got all kinds of problems, of course, here. Inflation, the economy, education, and crime. And look, Pete, he isn't going to get any credit for bringing the Russian-Ukrainian war to an end or to a ceasefire or anything. He's running into all kinds of problems because he can't claim too much credit without becoming a co-combatant. I read this morning in the New York Times that getting those MiGs from Poland are still on the table. The president's going to be doing something about bringing Soviet-made tanks to Ukraine. So the United States is getting a little closer each time. And look, the press and others have written off President Putin. I wouldn't do that too quickly, as a matter of fact. He's regrouping after he's pretty much wrecked a great deal of Ukraine. And keep in mind, 1 in 4 Ukrainians is either displaced or living somewhere else, living in another country. So, he's already done a job there. And the other thing, too, is these sanctions, everyone says they're working very well. I don't see it that way. India's not buying into the sanctions. China's not buying into the sanctions. So a number of other smaller nations in Africa aren't buying into it. And, of course, on Saturday, Australia signed a major free trade agreement with India, which is not interested in sanctions. So it shows you that each country goes along its own way. I reckon that by November, the President of the United States will have lost both the House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate, and he will be history. So it could be that at the end of the day, Putin will survive Joe Biden.
Another one.
That's what I reckon. Anyway.
Yeah, another one. Hey, is there anything he's doing well?
Who's that?
Is there anything that Biden's done well?
Well, I think he's brought a little more stature back to the presidency. You and I and others, we got tired of President Trump's morning tweets. I mean, he's conducted himself with a great deal of dignity and gravitas. I know he's having trouble stumbling over words and the rest of it, and we understand that. But I think he's brought a little more decency back to the presidency, or a little more gravitas. That is, he looks more presidential than the other guy did, though the other guy is certainly waiting for his chance. I think the one thing he has done is he's able to get his appointment into the Supreme Court. He's appealed greatly to the American minorities with his anti-lynching legislation. He's done a lot of things he's promised people. The trouble is that he hasn't delivered on COVID, inflation, and the economy and the rest of it. So he's going to wear it. He's just going to go down in history as a guy who tried.
He's a bit of a lame duck, I think.
Oh, lame duck is an understatement.
Yeah, that's where it's heading.
He's gone.
Yeah, and it has been there, like you said, for some time. I think he became a lame duck not so long after he was elected. Anyway, Joe, good to chat.